There are two fundamentals in saxophone playing: a round embouchure and warm air. Let's talk first about the embouchure. The upper teeth should rest on top of the mouthpiece. The lower lip curls over the teeth, providing a cushion for the reed. Keeping the embouchure round allows the lower lip to form a good cushion for the reed. The bite should be just strong enough for the reed to vibrate properly. If the bite is too strong, the tone will sound pinched and thin. If the bite is not strong enough, the tone will be unstable. If too much mouthpiece is in the mouth, the tone will honk. If not enough mouthpiece is in the mouth, the tone will be dull and lifeless. And always keep the embouchure round. The air must be warm. We'll talk about cool air later. Proper use of the air is very similar to fogging a glass or mirror, or in cleaning eyeglasses. In blowing this way without the mouthpiece, the air will last only a few seconds. But with the mouthpiece, this warm air can be sustained for long phrases and enables the saxophone to sound its best. Taking a breath for playing the saxophone differs from our normal breath because we need more air and we need it quickly. To do this, there are 3 steps that must be followed. 1, with the teeth resting on top of the mouthpiece, breathe through the corners of the mouth. 2, take the breath very quickly, as in gasping. And 3, breathe deeply. Pitch, tuning, and intonation. Pitch refers to the standard to which we tune, A440 to A442. When we know the standard, we will know at which point on the bocal or neck the mouthpiece should be placed. As the temperature rises, wind instruments play sharper. When the temperature is lower, they play flatter. Saxophones today are manufactured to play best at a pitch of A440 to A442 at normal room temperature. Tuning refers to the adjustment we make with the mouthpiece position when finding the pitch level. Intonation refers to adjustments we make in our playing after tuning. Mouthpiece position. The mouthpiece must be positioned correctly for several reasons. We have just discussed pitch, intonation, and tuning. This is the most obvious reason for having proper mouthpiece position on the bocal or neck. But there are also other important reasons. If the mouthpiece is too far out or in too far, it will have a noticeable effect on tone quality. Also, when the mouthpiece is not far enough on the bocal, the low notes will gurgle. find the correct position for the mouthpiece on the bocal, then mark this place. It is essential to practice each time with the mouthpiece in this position so that we can train our ears to hear the same pitch level. We can then concentrate on playing with good intonation. Checking the air in embouchure. Each saxophone mouthpiece by itself can be played with a range of at least 1 octave, mainly by changing between cool and warm air. The correct embouchure in air can be determined by playing the pitch on the mouthpiece alone that is best suited to each saxophone. For alto saxophone, this pitch is concert A. For tenor, concert G. For baritone, concert D. And for soprano, concert C. It is important to play these pitches fortissimo. Each pitch is lower than the highest possible pitch on the mouthpiece alone. Many players like to compare the saxophone and the clarinet. There are similarities, but there are also some vital differences. The most important difference is the way in which the air is used. For the clarinet, the highest pitch possible on the mouthpiece is desirable. Let's compare the mouthpieces of the soprano saxophone and soprano clarinet. The desired note for each mouthpiece is concert C. The soprano saxophone mouthpiece is much smaller than the clarinet mouthpiece. But the pitch is the same for each. Why? Because the saxophone must use warm air while the clarinet uses cool air. Notice how the air is being used for each instrument. First, the clarinet. Now, the saxophone. For the saxophone, there is condensation quickly on the mirror, but it is not possible to get condensation when using cool air, as in playing the clarinet. Of course, each uses a different embouchure to help in getting the proper use of air.